Welcome, everybody, to another season of the Kalispell Warhawk Dynasty. It's the 8th season of Kalispell football coming your way, with Week 1 kicking off between Kalispell and UConn. We saw the Warhawks put together one incredible undefeated season last year as they enter the reigning, defending Rose Bowl champions. This is a season that brings new challenges, as Kalispell has joined the Pac-12 Conference, and they're expected to be very competitive. Again, the Warhawks have something to prove, and it's time to get underway in a brand new season. Marty Belafonte from the goal line, the sophomore All-American up across the 20 and tripped up near the 25-yard line. Starting at quarterback, it's number 3, Brandon Warren, after his phenomenal freshman campaign. He sends Thomas Roberts, the junior college transfer, in motion and keeps on 1st and 10. Warren ahead for about 9 yards on the first play of the season. With the addition of Thomas Roberts, the Warhawks plan to use more 2 tight end formations. They try to run behind the 2 tight ends, and Kyle Thomas gets trapped in the backfield. 3rd down and 2. Here's Warren back to pass for the first time. Under pressure, he nearly gets intercepted, intended for Mike Harris. There's a lot of change for Kalispell this year. A new conference, new coordinators, 4 new offensive linemen, 4 new secondary starters. Kalispell's defense now takes the field. 1st and 10, this is Booth taking off, and he gets wrapped up. It's Boogie Turner for a loss of 2. I see Boogie's hitting the ground running after 6 sacks as a freshman last year. He really came into his own. I expect big things as a sophomore. On 2nd down, Booth again wants to take off and goes down. That time it's Chris Harrison. Nice start for this Kalispell front 4, one that I expect to be very dominant. 3rd and 19, Booth shows off the arm and overthrows everybody to the Kalispell sideline. 1 drive each and we're scoreless. Good field position now for the Warhawks as Thomas has no chance on 1st down. I mentioned 4 new offensive linemen. Center Andy Colbert is the only returning starter from a year ago. Here's another near interception as Warren connects with the John Mackey Award-winning Hayden John Charles. They'll spread the defense out on 3rd down. Pressure incoming. Warren gets the pass off, avoiding a fumble or a sack, but they'll be forced to punt again. Here we see a new wrinkle for the Kalispell defense as Jamari Akinjide lines up as the dime linebacker, but making the play is Marion Triplett, the senior right end. 3rd and 5, Tommy Jordan, one of the deep safeties, as Booth takes off and gets tripped up by Harrison, a yard shy of the sticks. Nothing but 3 and out so far as Kalispell takes it back. Here's Warren back to throw. UConn sends 5, and Hayden John Charles works the seam for about 21 yards. Thomas Roberts in the game as the 2nd tight end. Here's Warren on the keeper. Into the secondary. Warren sandwiched and falls ahead after a pickup of 20. Warren ran for about 500 yards a season ago. He'll roll outside the pocket here on 1st down. Finds Roberts inside the 10. Goal to go for the Warhawks. Empty backfield, they send Belafonte across the formation. It's a screen. Belafonte toward the sideline, can't turn the corner as he picks up 3. Warhawks stay empty, trips left. It's a keeper for Brandon Warren, and UConn shuts him down at the 1. But Kalispell does not take the offense off the field. Now in their jumbo set, it's McKinley for the touchdown, and Kalispell has their first points of the season. It's the senior Terrence McKinley III. It was quite a grind to get the first points on the board, but Kalispell leads. Now where can they go from here? Still in the first quarter, 2 minutes to play, as Booth tosses this out to McCarty, and he's taken down for the loss. And that's the big hitting Jamari Akinjide, who really shined in preseason practice. 3rd down and 7, Joe Booth finds Ford. They had Alex Hardy picking between 2 players to cover, and they moved the chains. Akinjide, the deep safety on 1st down. Booth to scramble again, but he can't get away. Kalispell's all over it. Chris Harrison already with 2 sacks. The line is doing a great job of getting off their blocks. Here's Booth taking off now. Tommy Jordan froze for a minute, And that hesitation allows Booth to pick up 12 to give UConn a fighting chance. 3rd and 4. Again to pass. Booth steps up to avoid the pressure and finds even more of it. He is sacked by the blitzing Tommy Jordan. Jordan's going to play a lot of roles on this team, and I'm excited to see what kind of an impact he brings. Warhawk football on the toss, breaking tackles. Kyle Thomas slips past another one. It takes 4 Huskies to finally get him to the ground. We had the guard Rodney Hall pulling out in front, but most of this was just pure creation by Thomas. 1st and 10, quick screen now into the hands of Mike Harris. Watch out! He pops back up, but what a hit. Trips right, including Hayden John Charles. The blitz is handled as Warren scrambles away from the pressure. Blanket coverage. Warren's Madden puts the football on the ground. Huskies recover in Warhawk territory. A big point of emphasis this year needs to be ball security, especially against better competition. Whether it's interceptions or fumbles, they need to be cleaned up. 1st and 10, good throw from Booth as he connects with his top receiver, Tyrone Mullins. Huskies now near the red zone. Up the middle, it's Jonathan Blaylock with plenty of daylight. Akinjide delivers the hit, but Blaylock picks up 15. Akinjide creeps down this time. Blaylock on the counter to the 5. Keeps on fighting for the end zone and gets there. Touchdown Huskies. Kalispell opened the door. UConn took advantage, and we're tied at 7. Kalispell with 2 backs next to Warren. It's a quick little screen pass. Thomas breaks to the edge. Again with a good pickup here. He has 17 yards off the catch. There's just something special about Kyle Thomas with the ball in his hands. On 2nd down, across the middle, that's the speedy Carl Joyce, who enjoyed a very productive season a year ago. Draw play to Troy Lee, and Andre Roberts is there to meet him for a loss, backing up Kalispell. Heading back to the air, Warren has time, now sends this pass deep up the sideline, and it's broken up, intended for Carl Joyce. Excellent coverage. Here's Kalispell going empty again. Checking in is Marty Belafonte. Warren across the middle for John Charles. That's a catch. Just ahead of the defender. A great play for the Warhawks. A pickup of 19 yards. At the 27-yard line at 2nd down. Warren hands it to Thomas and he gets wrapped up. Superb play made by Josh Hunt. Justin Payne, the new slot receiver, on 3rd and 12. Warren has time again. Sailing across the middle, John Charles hangs on. Despite the big hit, he's got the gain of 26. Goal to go. With Thomas to his left, it's Warren on the keeper, breaking to the end zone. Touchdown. Brandon Warren had 3 of those as a freshman. I can't wait to see where he takes his game in year number 2. Warhawks back in front. Booth tries to escape the pocket and lost the football. Scooped up by Chris Harrison. This front 4 is wreaking havoc. Before this season began, I thought this could be the best front 4 Kalispell ever fielded, and they're playing like it in week 1. Here's Brandon Warren heading back to the air. On the outside, he's got Carl Joyce on the comeback route. Joyce moving to the outside this year. We'll see how much he plays in the slot still. 1st and 10, a short throw connecting Thomas Roberts ahead to the 5. Nice little pickup of 9 there. Down to about 3 minutes to go in the first half. Kalispell up 7. A quick throw from Warren on target for Thomas Roberts. Welcome to Kalispell. Touchdown. I'd compare Roberts a lot to Rashad Williams from a couple years ago. He is a modern-day tight end. 21-7, Kalispell finding their rhythm in this game. Good defense there on the bubble screen by Oscar Bryant, this year's slot corner. 3rd and 4, Booth again wants to scramble, but he's not getting to the sticks. Kalispell just won't let it happen. That's Harrison. Man, this is a fun first half of Warhawk football, as Thomas Roberts motions out to play some receiver. He can do that. Warren wants Roberts downfield now. He's covered and makes the catch off the deflection. In serendipitous fashion, the Warhawks get back in scoring range. Everything's going right at the moment. Toss left. Thomas can't get outside. The ground game has still been overall pretty slow. John Charles and Payne line up on the left side. Warren 3rd and 12. Finding John Charles, who is wrapped up nearly immediately. He does not get to the sticks. So it's the first field goal try for the true freshman, number 97, Rick Thomas, a highly touted prospect out of Pennsylvania. His first field goal is good, and Kalispell, after a slow start, command a 24-7 lead here at the halfway point. This is fun. Will the fun continue here in the second half? Kalispell and UConn continue here in the season opener. What has stood out to me so far is how the defensive line has controlled the pocket, and they have really shut down the UConn offense. The Huskies will try to make some adjustments here in the second half, and that's more of the same to me. Mario Townsend sacks Joe Booth. 3rd down and long for the Husky offense. Booth again feels the pressure and sails this pass to the bench. There's no way he can find comfort in that pocket. Kalispell, meanwhile, their offense has improved throughout the game. 1st and 10 off the play fake. Here's Warren taking a shot for Joyce, and he overthrows him. That would have been a touchdown. It's hard to overthrow Joyce with his speed, but Warren's arm is that strong. He keeps it now on 2nd down, collides toward the 1st down marker, and they'll give him the 1st down progress. New set of downs, quick screen. Here's Carl Joyce. That should be a big part of his game this season. He didn't do a lot of that actually last year. 2nd down and 1. They'll hand this one to Troy Lee. Look at the block from Roberts. Lee into the secondary. Turns the corner, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Troy Lee. It'll be another backfield by committee this year with Thomas, Lee, the other Lee, McKinley, and Belafonte. 31-7, with UConn showing no signs of improvement here immediately in the quarter. Harrison gets another sack. 3rd and forever for UConn. Booth just gets this away, and the pass is broken up by Michael Hunter. It's another 3 and out. Forced a punt from their own end zone. Kalispell should have good field position. Belafonte at about his 43 fields this. Showing off the speed as he breaks to the near side, turns the corner. 1 to beat for Marty. He leaps past him. It's a touchdown. A punt return score for Marty Belafonte. That's your defending All-American returner, showing off the athleticism and speed. Marty Belafonte with one of the best returns in Kalispell history. 38-7. They've blown the game wide open. UConn football, that's intercepted by Oscar Bryant. To the house he goes. 10-5, touchdown. The party continues in Kalispell, Montana. Pac-12, here we come. Kalispell looks ready to play. 45-7, and there's a lot of time on the game clock. Kalispell was here to make a statement in the first game of the season, and I think everyone's going to take notice. 14-0, Rose Bowl champions, and they still have something to prove with their jump to the Pac-12 Conference, which their first game will be here in a few weeks versus Arizona State. Meanwhile, they're going to be obviously finishing up this game against UConn. They're going to get number 16 Alabama next week, a really big non-conference battle. And then West Virginia before the Pac-12 action begins. There's another sack. This one goes to Wesley Merrill. Everyone's joining the fun. 2nd and 14, a pitch to McCarty. Oh, the stiff arm on Akinjide. It's a touchdown for the Huskies. Well, that drive was pretty good. But Kalispell still leads by 31 points. Starters remain in the game for the time being. Here's Brandon Warren threading the needle for Carl Joyce. They make it look way too easy out there. Pickup of 19 yards. Brandon Warren should have some very high expectations this year. I do wonder if he could be the first Heisman candidate to come out of Kalispell. A big question is, will his production stay at the high level when he's facing Pac-12 competition for 75% of the season? Here's Hayden John Charles. I don't care what defense is defending him. He's going to be a big problem. Last play of the quarter right here. It's Thomas cutting back. Now breaking the other way. Gain of 11. He is such a shifty runner. It's so fun to watch. On 1st and 10, a pump fake from Warren, and I don't think the defender was fooled. Good play. 3rd down and 20. It'll be a screen for Belafonte, and he gets pinballed down shy of the 30. They'll send out Rick Thomas. Let's see what kind of a leg he has to offer. Good kick on the way. Plenty to spare from 49 yards out. It's good to have a great freshman kicker like Rick Thomas. 48-14 as Joe Booth scrambles and Chris Harrison once again takes him down. Booth in some pain as he will exit. In comes Jared Washington. On 2nd down, Washington for Foreman. He is hammered. That's Michael Hunter on the hit. He goes from being a dime corner to the 2nd corner on the depth chart. 3rd and 9. Here's Bray breaking open. He's got the 1st down as he drives this play out beyond the 40-yard line. We see Tommy Jordan in at safety now as Blaylock makes the catch here on the screen. Another good hit delivered, that time by Xavier Bozeman, who's going to be one of Kalispell's nickel linebackers this year. Good throw here on 3rd down from Washington, finding Jerome Ford. They move the chains now into field goal range. Washington feels the rush and lost the football. Looks like UConn will keep it, but it's another hit, another sack for this Kalispell defense. 4th and 2, UConn trying to extend the drive. Washington steps up, fires, and Hunter pounds it into the ground. That is a turnover on downs. Backups in for the Kalispell offense, including the outstanding Justin Colbert. He hands it to Marcus Payne for a gain of 3. 3rd down and 7 here. Colbert now looks to throw it, finding Tommy Jordan on the outside. I talked about Jordan earlier. He's going to play some 3rd safety. He's in some blitz packages, and even he might play at receiver. Terrence McKinley now to send this one to 000 as he picks up a 1st down. Looks like Kalispell will run one more play here from scrimmage. McKinley sheds a tackle. He brings defenders with him, and this game is over. Kalispell wins in dominant fashion. Final score, 48-14. A statement-making win for Kalispell in Week 1. It took them a couple drives to get going, but they played outstanding on both sides of the football. We saw the explosive element out of this offense. I thought Brandon Warren played pretty well. We might have gotten away with a few mistakes today, but Kalispell took advantage of everything they were presented with. There was a punt return touchdown, a great pick 6. Just a really fun way to open the season and celebrate another year of Kalispell football. It's a year full of possibilities as we have new challenges we've never seen before. We're going to face competition unlike anything we've seen on a full-time basis. I can't wait to play Pac-12 competition, and that's why our non-conference schedule has us facing some good teams. Alabama is up next. We're very close in the standings, and I want to see how we compare to a team that's been labeled a dynasty for the better part of a decade. Alabama has some of the best talent to come through recruiting in the last few years, including linebacker Chase Spithill. This team has outstanding linebacker play, and it's going to be tough for us and our inexperienced offensive line to have the ground game that we're used to. We saw them struggle in that department today. Quarterback Max Dorsey has a very good arm, and he breaks a lot of tackles as a runner. The strength of this team seems to be on defense over offense. There is no Amari Cooper or Trent Richardson, Derrick Henry on this team. But Robert Mitchell on defense, that's the player I'm worried about the most. He's an outstanding talent, definitely, I would say a top 5 NFL draft pick type of player. With that, everybody, this episode has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for staying patient. Please smash that like button. If we could get this video to 1,000 likes for a brand new season, that would be outstanding. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day.